Evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It is my immense pleasure to introduce today's guest of third session, Dr. Neera Radwan. Dr. Neera Radwan got her PhD degree from a mechanical department, Faculty of Engineering, Egypt. Then she got scholarship to the Technical University in Sofia, Bulgaria to got diploma in mechanical engineering. Besides her academic tasks, she worked with many quality accreditation bodies such as ABET, AMBA, AACSB. She was the Quality Assurance Officer for the Master Program in King Abdulaziz University from 2017 to 2019. Now, she is the Quality Assurance Officer for the PhD program from 2019 till now. Dr. Neera has many international project contributions and published many papers in high quality peer reviewed journals. Moreover, she is serving as an editorial board member in many international journals. She also serving as a reviewer in many international journals. Dr. Neera is an active member in many international academic communities such as Country Director Egypt in Asia Africa Development Council, Sustainable Peace and Development in 2018. Member in Asia Logistics and Supply Chain Council, Malaysia in 2020. She was a member in the Global Education Policy Network, which is sponsored by Prince Sultan University and the State University of New York at Buffalo in 2020. She was a honorary member in the International Research Community in Sangam University, India in 2020. She was external evaluator for Accord University, Mogadishu, Benadir, Somalia MBA, Somalia Defense in 2021. She had a full membership in the Organization for Women in Science for Developing World, based in Italy in 2021. She was a member of World Association of Professional Scientific Springo in 2022. Dr. Neera got many national and international awards. She was awarded of Excellence in Education Development from NCRD SIMS Navy Mumbai and Republic of India in 2018. She was recognized from the United Nations Associations of Somalia in recognition of contribution to the Sustainable Development Goals in teaching in the MBA program in 2020. She was excellence in Suez Canal University, Egypt, for the research contribution during the year 2020. I really happy and really felt very happy to introduce our chief guest. Now the session is yours, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the nice introduction. Thank you all. Greetings for all. I'm so happy to be with you today. I'm your guest today. I'm so happy to meet Prof. Pratik and listen to his wonderful session. As usual, he's wonderful instructor, actually. Let's start our session, please. Please, it is visible in full mode now, right?
It is visible, ma'am. It is actually visible.
Okay, thank you. Today, our session is about choosing the appropriate journal to submit our manuscript. And we all have this matter when we are submitting our manuscript. We don't know where or which journal to choose to submit our manuscript. So today, we will have some knowledge and tips to help us to choose the appropriate journal. Today, we will have focus about some important topics. We will first understand what the meaning of academic journal, what's the type of journals. Sorry? I'm sorry?
Ma'am, you can continue, ma'am. You can continue.
Okay. we will know what the meaning of peer reviewing, what are the types of journal articles. Also, we'll have some tips about searching for Scopus journal and website journals. Then we will have a conclusion about how to create your own checklist to select the appropriate journal. First, let us start what the meaning of academic journal. Academic journal is a scholarly publication. It's containing articles written by researchers or professors or and other experts. So in the academic journals, it's only experts who write in these academic journals. Journal always focus on specific discipline or field of study. It is unlike newspapers or magazines. Journals are intended for an academic or technical audience, not for general readers. Journals are published on a regular basis, maybe monthly, maybe every 3 months, and so on. Each copy is an issue. A set of issues make a volume. Like newspaper and magazines, journals are also called periodicals or serials. So this is the meaning of academic journals. We have three main types of journals. Number one is the open access. This is the sign of open access journal. When you see this sign, you will understand this type is open access journal. This type of journal here, who is paying the cost? Publication have cost. Any journal have its cost. But for open access journal, the author who is paying the cost is the publishing cost. So when you want to download or read a paper, you will not pay for this because the author pay for that. So the author will pay the publishing cost. For limited access journal, who will pay the publication cost? Here, you as a reader or you as a researcher want this paper, you will pay. You will pay by what we are meaning subscription. Always our universities pay as subscription. So your university, for example, will make subscription for this type of journal. So your university will pay. This will allow you to download the papers for this type of journal. So in both types of journal, there is publication cost. But the difference here, who will pay this cost? For the quality, we have different qualities for open access and limited access. There is another type of journals which you have to avoid it, which is predatory journals. Here, it have no review process. It may be free or not, but you have to avoid these type of journals. We can know if the journal is open access or not from this website. This will help you. All what you have is to write the journal name here, and you will know from this site if it is open access journal or not. Also, this website, Peers List website, will help you to discover if it is predatory journals or not. Actually, this is we can offer this topic in another session because it will take a lot of time. But in this session, I want to focus about selecting the appropriate journal. So let us now start to know the types of journal articles. Before explaining the types of journal articles, we have first to know why I'm explaining the journal articles. When we are submitting our manuscript, you have first to know two important things about the journal which you want to submit your paper. The first one, the aim and scope of the journal. It should be matching and scope. The scope is matched. Your manuscript matching, or the scope of your manuscript matching with the scope of the journal. For example, the scope of my manuscript about mechanical engineering. So I have to find the journal which have the same scope. This is the first issue. The second one, the type of journal articles. Each journal maintains types of journal articles. So I have to first know the type of my manuscript, which one of these types, to know if the journal which I want to submit my manuscript maintain this type or not. Okay, so first let us know the different types of journal articles. We have 5 types: original research, short reports or letters, review articles, case studies, and methodologies or methods. The first one is original research. This is the most common type of journal manuscript. It is used to publish full reports of data from research. It may be called an original article or research article or even research or even article. This is all the same meaning. Depending on the journal, the original research format is suitable for many different fields and different types of studies. It includes full introduction, methods, results, and discussions sections. This is about original research. For the second type, short reports or letters. These papers or this type of manuscripts communicate brief reports of data from original research that editors believe will be interesting to many researchers and that will likely stimulate further research in the field. As they are relatively short, the format is useful for scientists with results that are time sensitive. This format often has strict length limits, so some experimental details may not be published until the authors write a full original research manuscript. These papers are also called sometimes brief communications. For the third type, which is review articles. Review articles provide a comprehensive summary of research on a certain topic and a perspective on the state of the field and where it is heading. They are often written by leaders in a particular discipline after invitation from the editors of a journal. Reviews are often widely read, for example, by researchers looking for a full introduction to a field and highly cited. This is about review articles. The fourth type, which is case studies. These articles, please, can you hear me?
Yes,
Your
ma'am.
slide
Yes,
are
audible.
moving.
Thank you. For the case study types, these articles report specific instances of interesting phenomena. A goal of case study is to make other researchers aware of the possibility that a specific phenomena might occur. This type of study is often used in medicine to report the occurrence of previously unknown or emerging phenomena. The final type, which is methods or methodologies. These articles present a new experimental method, test, or procedure. The method described may either be completely new or may offer a better version of an existing method. The article should describe a demonstrable advance on what is currently available. So these are all journal articles. So we have to know my manuscripts follow which type of this article. This is the first step. This is the second step after knowing the aim and scope of the journal. Now, let us understand what the meaning of peer review. We have to choose a journal which have peer review process. So first, we have to understand what is the peer review process. The peer review system exists to validate academic work, helps to improve the quality of published research, and increases networking possibilities within research communicators. So peer review method is used to maintain the quality standards and improve performance and provide credibility. So as we see, it is very important process. Let us understand how this process go. As we see in this figure, the peer review process follow steps. As we said now that peer review process is very important process. The meaning of that is to publish a paper. You, as a researcher, you have to submit a manuscript. Other scholar or peer scholar in the same field of specialization will review your work. They will judge your work and give their suggestions, and they also can refuse your work if it is the quality of the work is not accepted. If they present some suggestions, suggestions to maintain the quality, you as an author have to carefully read their suggestions, and accordingly you have to respond to the editor and the reviewer to their comments and suggestions. Then the editor and the reviewer will review your work after you're responding. If they approved the work, it will be published based on peer review. So peer review method is used to maintain the quality standards, improve performance, and provide credibility. This is very important to know also that the editorial decision according to reviewer comments as well as editor's personal evaluations. We have many types of peer review. These all the types we have, but I will focus today about only two types, which is important for us. We have single blind peer review, we have double blind peer review, open peer review, collaborative peer review, third-party peer review, post-publications peer review, cascading peer review. I will focus about single blind peer review and double blind peer review. For single blind peer review, here authors don't know who the reviewer are, but the reviewers are aware of the author's identity when they decide to accept or reject the document
Ma'am,
for. Sorry?
can't see the PowerPoint.
You
Screen
see,
sharing is stopped, ma'am.
stop now, or you didn't see the previous slides?
We have been watching
Only
now.
now, ma'am. Only now.
Now, only now? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know what the problem with the connection. I'm sorry for that.
It's okay, ma'am.
Okay, is it visible, please?
No, ma'am.
And I think it will be visible, right?
It's visible. It's visible.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Now, for single blind peer review, the authors don't know who the reviewers are, but the reviewers are aware of the author's identity when they decide to accept or reject the document for review, as well as throughout the review process. This is about single blind peer review. For double blind peer review, the journal editors doesn't reveal the reviewers' personality or identifications for the author. So the author identity and the reviewer identity doesn't appear for each other. This is about single blind peer review and or double blind peer review. So the peer review process may be blind, single, double, It should be blind. It's maybe single or double. Some journals are free of charge and some are not, as we explained before, because some journals are open access or limited access. The review process takes time. It may be take 1 month, it may take 3 months. Some journals take 1 year or maybe more than 1 year. So it's very important to know the process of responsible for the journal. Also, your credit for your publication in the form of citation. Again, make sure that the journal is peer and blind review. This is very important to know that. Now, for publications house, we have many famous publishing houses and million journals. Which type to choose? Today, the other part of our session about selecting the appropriate journal. We have to start the first discussion to understand now how to select our appropriate journal for our manuscript. So we have first to find the suitable journals. We will have many suitable journals. After that, we have to create our checklist to select the appropriate journal from these alternative journals. This is very useful. Engines can help search for good journals. Now we will try and will today have training about searching for Scopus indexed journals. This is Chicago Journal Rank website. This is a very important website to search for any journal. We have here many tools we can use. This is the first tool. Here you can enter your journal name or the ISSN number for the journal, or even the publisher name if you want to search for a certain journal. Also, we have other tools, which is journal ranks. Here we will see how to find the journal ranks according to some criteria, which we'll choose with each other now. Also, this tool, I'm sorry. We have also this tool, which is country ranks. You can hear me now, and the screen is visible, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
There is another tool here, which is country ranks. If I want to have order for the journals according to the country rank, and we will have another examples here now. We have another tool, which is visualizations tools. Maybe I will show you just a screen about this tool, but we will not have a lot of time in this because we don't have, we have short time for this session. Now, let us have an example how to use this tool. When we choose, for example, here I want to choose choose some useful journals for my manuscript. So I will choose this tool, journal ranks. You will find this screen. Here you have to choose the subject area. For example, I will choose my subjects is engineering, another one in medicine, and so on. You have also to choose the subject categories. For example, in engineering, I will choose mechanical or manufacturing engineering. So each one will choose the suitable category for him or for her. If you want to choose a country for the journal, you can choose from here. If you don't want to choose, no problem, you don't have to choose. If you want to choose for conference, journals, proceedings, books, you can choose, or you don't have, you will let it all types. If you want to choose journals for specific years, you can choose from here, or you don't have to. Also, you have another choices. If I want the selected journals to only open access journals. So you can choose, you can click on this square. Okay, let us have example of this data. If you want to download data, you can choose this one. Also, if you want to choose only Web of Science journal, you can click on this square. You can download data from here. Let us have an example of what I said. For example, this is a first example. I choose engineering. This is the main topic for me, engineering. I choose industrial and manufacturing engineering. For the country or region for the journal, I didn't select any country or region. For journal types, I select all types. For the year, I choose the year 2019. According to my choices, he gave me these alternative or many alternative choices. This one, the first one, is International Journal of Machine Tools and Manufacture. The second one is Journal of Operations Management, and so on. Here, the order is according to the what is this factor. Shimago is called Shimago Journal Ranking. Okay, because we don't have a lot of time to speak about this factor, but I can see now that we have the Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4 journal. So the order will be according the quartile of the journal. So you will find that this is Q1 journal with Shimago Journal Ranking 3.9. Then you will find the other one, Q1 journal, also with less Shimago Journal Ranking 3.9, 5, 7, and so on. So according to the quality of your paper or your manuscript, you know the quality. I can choose, for example, Q1. Maybe I know that my manuscript quality cannot go to this quality, so I have to choose less quality. So I have to choose Q2 journal, and so on. Okay, these are some other metrics. Okay, we will go through these metrics in another session. I will give you another example. This is another example. I will choose also engineering field, and it is my field, also industrial and manufacturing engineering. But here I choose I want this journal to be only open access journal. So I click on this square. Okay. Also, I choose here the year 2019. According to my choices, you will find these data. Can you find this sign? As we said before, this sign means that this is open access journal. So he will offer only open access journal. Okay, the order is according to Shimago Journal Ranking, and you can choose you can select the appropriate to you according to the quality of your manuscript. Okay, this is the third example here. Here I choose only open access journal, engineering, industrial manufacturing engineering. I used here the region of the journal, only Indian journal, for year 2019. According to these criteria, he find only one journal, which is Journal of Textile Association. The quality, or it's a Q4 journal with Shimago Journal Ranking 0.117. So according to your criteria, you will find the output or the selected alternative journals. This is for the first tool here in this website. About country ranking, this is the second tool. Here you can have order for the country ranking according to the criteria. The same sequence, you choose the subject area, the category, if you want about the region, about the year. So according to that, he will make order about the journal in this field for country ranking. For example, I make here for 2019. Here, I want to make to know the country ranking for the 2019 for all subject area. According to my choices, he gave me these orders. China for this year 2019, the first country, then the United States, then the United Kingdom, then India, then Germany, and so on. They will give me more information to number of documents, citable documents, and so on. This is about country ranking. The third tool is visualization tools. This means if I want these data in graphs like this, you can find these data, but in graphs. According to the criteria which you will choose, you will find the graph. But we don't have a lot of time to describe this graph, so let us go to the next slides. Searching for Web of Science indexed journal. Here, this is a very important website which you can use. This is useful engine. It is a severe journal finder. Here, you can put your manuscript. This is the screen which you will find when you write this title. This screen will show for you. Here, you can write your paper title. You can write your paper abstract, the keywords of your manuscript, and accordingly, you can here select the field of research, or you can ignore it even if you want. According to the title and abstract and keywords, you can click on Find Journal. Then you will find some suggestions for your data. For example, I put my paper title here, Six Sigma, the powerful tool for defect reduction, for example, and I put my paper abstract. I even don't write the keywords or field of research. I click Find Journals. According to the paper title and paper abstract, I found these results. These are suggestions he gave me. He gave me 50 journals, which is useful and suitable for my topic and my abstract. You can see here many alternatives. So which one to choose? You have to choose according your criteria. I mean that if you want to publish as soon as possible, so you have to find about time for first decision and time to publication. I have to publish quickly, so this is your target. So I have to select from here, sort by time to publication. For who want to publish in high impact factors, so you will sort these alternatives by according to impact factors. Okay, so according to your criteria, you know what which is the important criteria for you. Let us take an example. For example, computers in industry. He show you that the site score of the journal is 10. This is Scopus journal. Its site score is 10. It is Web of Science. It is indexed in Web of Science also. Its impact factor is 4.7. The acceptance rate of the journal is 12%. Time of first decision is 3 weeks, and time to publication is 4 weeks. This is for the first choice. For the second one, for example, the site score is less than the first one. This is 8.8. This is 10. For impact factor, this is 4.7. For this one, it is not. It don't have impact factor. Okay. For acceptance rate, it is 10%. This is 12%. For time of decision, this is 2 weeks and 3 weeks. For time for two applications is 4 weeks. This is 71 weeks. So there is variety of journals. This is, we have now a problem. We have 50 journals. Which one to choose? So this is our second step, which we have to do, to make our checklist, our own checklist. Every one of us have his own checklist. According to our checklist, you can choose the appropriate journal from these 50 journals. Okay? This is the data which we described now. This is an example. And now for computers in industry. When I see this information about impact factor, site score, I found it is good, but I have to know more information about this journal. So you have to choose to open this journal. You will find here journal website icon. You have to click this one. When I click this icon, journal website, this screen appeared to me. This is the website of this journal. Now, when it is opened, you will find all the needed information. The first, you have to read it, the aim of the journal. Can you see here right now? The aim of computer and industry to publish original high quality applications oriented research paper. That, and he describes here all the aim of this paper. You have to read well the aim and scope of this journal. Is it matching with your manuscript or no? Also, he described now which type of article he is maintaining. It is not, for example, case study. He maintained the original, the original high quality application oriented research paper, the first type of articles. Okay, so it is important to know the aim of the journal. Here we can find all the needed information about the guide for authors. You can open it and read it carefully. This is the ISS number for the journal, okay? And you will find here the impact factor of the journal. It is indexed in the in Web of Science. Also, you will find Shimago journal ranking here. Now, this is our final step in this session, how to create your checklist to select the appropriate journal for your manuscript. For the previous steps, we know how to find alternative journals. Now we have 50 journals to publish our manuscript, but which is the appropriate one for us? So I will create my my checklist. First, I have to know the aim and scope of the journal. I have from these journals, I have to read the aim and scope of the journal. The journal which is not matching with my manuscript aim and scope, I cannot submit my manuscript. This is important to know that, because I found some colleagues submit their manuscript in a good journal and wait for 1 month, 2 months, or more, maybe for more than 2 months, and they find that the journal refuse their manuscript, although the manuscript they have a good quality. But the problem that
Ma'am, you are not audible. Nara, ma'am, you are not audible. Ma'am. Ma'am, you're not audible. Ma'am, you have to unmute.
Ma'am, it is in mute.
That's okay. It's
Yeah,
now.
yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, ma'am, it is audible now.
Thank you. So the first step, as we explained, aim and scope of the journal. Second step, the quality of the journal. The journal, it is Scopus Index, it is Web of Science Index or not. You want to publish your manuscript in Scopus Index, so you have to be sure that it is Scopus Index or it is Web of Science Index. The third one is the index itself. For example, index factor, citation score, H-index. These indexing metrics we can offer in another session because it will take time and we just have minutes to finish. About the ranking, you have to know the Shimago journal ranking, the impact factor of the chosen journal, as well as the publication duration. In each journal, he will explain how what is the expected time to publish your work. Maybe some journal expect 3 months, others expect 1 month. So you have to be aware about publication duration. Number 6, article process charges. It is open access journal or not, because to know who will pay, I will pay at the author or not. Number 7, formatting. Some journal have its standards formatting which you have to follow, others have general formatting. Finally, about plagiarism, you have to know the percentage, the accepted percentage of plagiarism. These are 7 steps you have to check for your for the selected journal. Let us have an example to know how to choose from between two journals. Now I have 2 journals which I have to choose from. These 2 journals, for example, I have to choose one of them to submit my manuscript. It is Engineering Science and Technology, an international journal. The other one is Material Science at Pearce J. So I will go for the web science of each journal to know the needed information. This is the first journal. I will go through the journal data. So the first thing is to go to the aim and scope. You see this item, I have to read well the aim and scope of the journal. Does it match with my manuscript or not? Does the journal maintain the type of article of my manuscript or not? So I will collect the needed data. This is the needed data. I collect ISS number for the journal. I found that the duration of the journal to publish my work between 3 to 5 months. You will find this in the journal website. It is free, so I will not pay. Okay, it is Scopus Index. Yes, it's Scopus Index. This I know from here. It has site score, so it's Scopus Index. It is a Web of Science Index, and its impact factor is 2.7. You will find it here. Okay, 2.7. Also, the acceptance rate, its acceptance rate is high. The plagiarism between 5 to 10%. The formatting is standard. So I collect this data for the first journal. For the second journal, I will make the same. First of all, I will check for the aim and scope of the journal and the type of the articles. It means that the journal maintain my type of article or not. Then I will collect the data as the same table here. Here the duration is only 1 to 2 months. Okay, this is because some of this is many journals. Some of these are free. Some of these you have to pay $1,000. It is Scopus Index. It's also Web Science Index 2.35. Its plagiarism acceptance rate is 5 to 10%. Okay, so I collect all the data. For example, if my priority is, for example, the duration. So for this journal, the duration is less than the first one, only 1 to 2 months. So I can choose this one. But for example, if my first criteria is don't want to pay, so this, if my type of the selected type, I have to pay $1,000, and the first one I don't have to pay, so I will choose the first journal to publish my manuscript. So according to your criteria, you can choose from these 2 examples. This was quick example. I enjoyed to be with you today. Maybe in another session we can have more details about publishing and selecting the appropriate journals. Thank you so much. Thank you.